Hey Libra, I'm Lisa-Issa and welcome to Charmed Lithomancy. Here's your reading for the week of January 25th, 2021. Okay Libra, let's start off with your center stone card. Center stone card for Libra. All right. Okay, Libra, let's see what the universe has for you. Your center stone card is Saturn. Saturn is your center stone card, Libra. Now we just need two more charm cards. Two more charm cards for Libra. So Saturn, Libra, for those of us here in the States, I always think about Saturn as an energy that would ask you to wear a belt, a tight belt, or some tight pants to Thanksgiving dinner. Who can enjoy Thanksgiving dinner with something restrictive on? So Saturn is also known as the taskmaster of the zodiac. It's about restrictions and rules, regulations, laws. And because I said so, like when you asked your mom, well, why do I have to do such and such? And her answer was, because I said so. That is Saturn. Although I must say, Saturn does have some very positive sides. I used to really cringe when I saw Saturn show up in my reading, but I have a new and better appreciation for Saturn. So we're going to get your first charm card, and it's the school bus. And I can tell you right now, Libra, this is not the school bus's first rodeo. I think it's come up already twice. And look, here's a new one. The fox. The fox. I always like it when the fox comes out. I never know how she's going to show up, what message she's going to bring. All right. So Libra, I have already shared with you a little bit about Saturn. It's restrictive, laws, self-control, routine, all of that good stuff. And my favorite, wearing a belt to Thanksgiving dinner, or some very restrictive clothing to a feast, a Thanksgiving feast. And then the first charm card you have is the school bus. The school bus is it holds the energy of spiritual growth, spiritual lessons sometimes. It could be very literal about transportation, travel, that type of energy, higher learning. That, for the most part, is the energy of the school bus. Then you have the fox, and she holds the energy of using your instincts. And how I usually think about her is, I always say this, when you see a picture of a fox, or like when I see a picture of a fox, like online or somewhere, I always have to give it a double look or a double take, because they always look like stuffed animals or toys or something. They don't represent like the other predators, like a coyote or a wolf. When you see them, predator. But the wolf she always has that little, she just doesn't have that predator energy first blush. However, she is definitely a predator, and so when she comes into the reading, I often think, or she often brings a message, or she could bring the message of something not being quite as it seems. So let's take a look. Let's look at all of your three cards together and see what Fox really wants to share with us. So Saturn, I shared all of those things about Saturn and her restrictive energy and, that type of thing, and discipline and what have you. But the good side of Saturn is that, well, for me, it's good. She asks us to put structure to something. So for me, planning and structure is great. I have a fair amount of Virgo in my chart, and so I'm cool. I'm cool with structure and planning. So let's see. In relation to the school bus, universe, what is Saturn's and the Fox's message in relationship to the school bus? I keep getting that there may be something in like a learning situation, or a situation that's not quite as it seems. That it may seem that it is that structure and laws and control are really bad, but in fact it really is beneficial. And in some way we're learning that something that you may feel, Libra, is restrictive in its nature, in its being. And you may be learning that it gives the appearance of not being good, because nobody really wants to be controlled, and have limits placed on them, and have a lot of structure. Most people don't like that. And Saturn also speaks to playing by the rules and social norms. And like I said, Saturn is generally not my favorite stone card to come out, but it feels as if what they're sharing is something in your situation, Libra. It may feel restrictive, but you are learning that first blush it feels negative and restrictive. But Fox is saying things don't always look the way they truly are. They don't always look the way they truly are. Universe, is there anything else? Is there anything else? This is similar, but we are so for me, really, this Libra feels more like a collective message, but that we are in transition. The bus speaks of transition. We are in transition, in that it may feel very restrictive, very limiting, and restrictive, and some of us have to use a fair amount of self-control and discipline, and that doesn't feel good, or on first blush not really what we want, but it is for the good. It's not, and Fox says it's not as it seems. So to me, that is a collective message, and I think that's not going to be new for anybody who listens to that. But For you, Libra, there may be another situation in your life that first blush looks, like it's, kind of restrictive. But you will find out as time goes on, as you travel on down that road, that it really was for the better. And it was for your benefit. It was for your benefit. Also, Saturn is about wisdom as well. So it's interesting. I have that on this particular card, and I don't think I've ever shared wisdom and put it with the Saturn card, even though I have it here on the card. And so it's real interesting that I would see that today. I'm not going to tell you all how many times Saturn has come out and I've read that card. I don't think I've ever read the wisdom part. So wisdom in the long run, at first blush, it may not look the way you want it, but down the road, wisdom says that it will be for your better, for your good. All right, Libra, that was interesting. That was interesting. I hope you found something good there, something that you can utilize. And I thank you so much for stopping by and hanging out with me for a few minutes. I look forward to seeing you next week. And until then, shine bright. Namaste.